Okay, I'm going to make this video without saying anything that I shouldn't, so I don't have to edit it and so I don't have to get rid of it and blah. Okay, so keeping it brief. First thing I wanted to say is when people say, "How are you?" and they say, "No, how are you really?" I love that. I also love, "Is there anything I can help you with? Is there anything I can do for you?" Sometimes you don't know what to do, and sometimes you don't know how to help, but sometimes just asking somebody, they'll tell you. And when people ask me, I'll usually let them know. Anyway, sorry, stuff going on with my phone. Trying to make it through. I need to think about everything before I say it because I've made like 3 videos already and I've had to trash all of them because I always end up saying stuff that I really shouldn't say. Always exciting. Anyway, but I love my life, so that's what I want to know. The other thing I want to talk about is thinking dangerous thoughts. I'm a dangerous woman. I don't know if I am. I talked a lot about a lot of different things. Yeah, so favorite questions, anything I can help you with, anything I can do for you, anything I can do for you, how are you really? Following that up. I love those questions. In fact, I'm actually more interested in the guy because I read through all my text messages and realized he's the one who asks me that the most, wondering what I'm up to. Can he read anything I've written lately? Blah. So I really like that guy. There's a few guys that are interested in me right now. I haven't dated any of them a lot though, so I'm kind of in this open ballpark moment. So at 4:30 I'm going to be going and hanging out with another one, but first I have to work on my writing. I'm writing a script for something and someone and opportunities. What will happen? I don't know. I wanted to talk about a book. Because people were saying they miss book club. Change Your Story, Change Your Life by Jen Brisanti. Okay, so I found this book. I came across this book back, I think it was September, October. I think it was October. But divorce, job loss, illness, the death of a loved one. Obviously, that was right after my husband had left me for another woman. So anyway, what do you do after experiencing any of life's major turning points? Starting on 20 years of her experience of a Hollywood story analyst and dealing with her own major life changes, Jen Brisanti tackles that question and more, showing you how to write your own story in the way you wish it to be. So I've recently been hanging out with my friend from Landmark, Stefan, who I put up pictures with. People probably think I'm dating him, but I'm not. We're just friends. Anyway, he's out from Germany, so it's been fun. We went to Six Flags together, and we wore costumes and blah. But we were talking about how the past doesn't exist and things, and how I can make my life into anything right now because my life's just so open and stuff, and I don't need to keep dragging these stories with me of what's going on. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, love my life right now. I'm taking dance classes and voice lessons. My husband leaving me is the best thing ever in my life. I cannot tell you how happy I am. Because for the first time in my life, I'm putting me first. I'm putting myself as my highest priority, and I've never done that before. Never, ever. So it's awesome to finally have myself as a priority. Because typically I just am like, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Blah. I was constantly self-sacrificing and giving up to self in my relationship, which, by the way, The Dance of Anger is an amazing book. It's another book I really like. And Women Who Run with the Wolves, 2 of my favorite self-development books I've read in the last year. I have been super into reading books lately, self-development things. I've read Money Matters. Here, let me go through. Actually, I've been listening to them audio because I definitely prefer that over reading them right now. Because when I'm reading, I really typically prefer good sci-fi, but when I listen to audios, I love self-development. Okay, so I've listened to The Accidental Creative by Todd Henry, Bird by Bird. It's a writing book by Annie Lamott. Communication Miracles, Jonathan Robinson. The Confident Woman by Joyce Meyer. The Dance of Anger. Oh, okay, so this one is one of my favorites. It's by Harriet Lerner, PhD, just amazing. Die Empty by Todd Henry. Love this. Unleash your best work every day. It's just a great one. Die Empty, Unleash Your Best Work Every Day. I cannot tell you how great I love this. I totally get it on audio. It's amazing. Eat, Pray, Love I listened to. It's funny because I told myself I wouldn't read Eat, Pray, Love unless I was going through the stuff that she went through. And so it finally came to a point where I was going through some of the stuff that she was going through, and it was the perfect book for me. Getting Things Done by David Allen. I haven't listened to that one yet, or The Great Gatsby, which is also on my list of. I don't really like the orators of those orators. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Love that book. Always have. Read it a long time ago. I haven't read Influencing, Mastering Life's Most Powerful Skill. It's about influencing people. I did listen to Lioness Arising by Lisa Bevere. It's been really good. And I've listened to Mars and Venus Starting Over when I was trying to work on my marriage. The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. I didn't really like that one as much. I don't know. Didn't really seem to do much for me, but a lot of people really love it, and it works for them because their minds work differently than mine does. Anyway, I just didn't find it very practical. The New Rules of Marriage by Terrence Real. I still haven't listened to that. The Power of Pussy has some interesting concepts in it. It's a boy, and he likes me. I like him. The Relationship Cure by John M. Gottman, PhD. I really like that. That's the one I'm actually listening to right now. She is one I have listened to a lot. It's called She, A Celebration of Women. A Celebration of Greatness in Every Woman. There we go. Excuse me. By Mary Ann Radmacher, Liz Kolock, and a few others I can't see on here. Let's see if I can see it here. Yeah. Okay, by Liz Kolosh. Really, if you get the chance to read She, A Celebration of Greatness in Every Woman, or listen to it on audio, just phenomenal. Speaking with Power by Rebecca Shafir. I really didn't find this all that useful. Honestly, I really didn't find Speaking with Power all that useful at all. The Talent Code, it was interesting to find out how the brain works and how to develop your skills. It could have been a lot more concise. I kind of found it to be, the science was interesting. I liked it, but if you're looking for the point in it and just the self-development part of it, there's better books for that on how to be great. Too Good to Leave, Too Bad to Stay. It's a relationship book by Mira Kirschenbaum. I liked it, but it also wasn't as useful as it could have been. The Dance of Anger is far more useful for that. Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey is amazing. Absolutely love that. What the Most Successful People Do Before Breakfast by Laura Vanderkam. It was just kind of irritating. Yeah, not too useful. The Willpower Instinct is Amazing by Kelly McGonigal, PhD. Writing Down the Bones, that's for my writing. So Natalie Goldberg, it's useful. I haven't listened to this yet, but You're Already Hypnotized by Cynthia Morgan. The 4-Hour Work Week, of course, classic, great for motivation, great for a lot of things. It's by Timothy Ferriss. And The 12 Biggest Mistakes Women Make in Dating and Love Relationships by Lynn Kelly. That's a good one. I really like that. Other ones I listen to are, there's this one by this pastor that I really love, but it's an app. It's not a, like, here we go. So Women Who Run with the Wolves I got as an app, and then The Verbally Abusive Relationship. I love that. It taught me better communication skills, much better communication skills, and a lot of like why I was suffering in my marriage and things. It's something that everyday people do, like ordinary people do verbal abuse without even realizing it. Affirmations by Louise Hay. That's a good one. There's another one. Where did it go? Why is it in someplace else? Oh, I know, because it's in my music, but it's not in my audiobooks. It's in my albums. It is. Sorry, I really want to find this for you so you can see it. I know I'm going really, really fast, but I have some stuff to do and I really got to get to it. So anyway, sorry about that. And as I said, I've already made some other videos and, excuse me. And I've had to block that, like, stop them because I said too much, things that I shouldn't have said. And I'm learning better on how to keep things private, I guess. Because I'm kind of a reveal all person when there's certain things just don't need to be revealed. They're not really anybody's business but mine or whoever else's. Okay. How to Avoid Bad Relationships by Dr. William Small. I love it. I absolutely love it. It talks about the difference between boys and men. And it has been super useful dating, like to be like, ooh, I definitely don't want to continue dating this guy. This guy's not it. So, anyway, yeah, those are some of the things I've listened to. Live Full and Die Empty by Les Brown is awesome. I basically went and bought everything by Les Brown because I love him. He's just a great guy. Super powerful speaker, super amazing, like just entertaining to listen to, and has great quotes in everything that he does, everything he puts out. So let's see. I also, of course, have the Phantom of the Opera, but that's not self-development. New Vivid Lucid Dreaming by Eric Brown Hypnosis, and I have a ton of other hypnosis things. I have tons and tons of hypnosis in my hair. I have to say, going through divorce, hypnosis, listening to audio hypnosis was one of the most useful things that I could have done for myself. That I did for myself, actually. That and the voice lessons. Because I could barely breathe, and yet to sing, you have to breathe, and to own your voice, you have to breathe. And it got me breathing again. And from breathing, I got to exercising and going to dance classes every single day, except for today because I'm on my period. Yeah, when I first start my period, I don't do a dance class for 1 or 2 days because I get cramped so bad. Bleed too much. But anyway, so yeah, those are the things. I'm going to quickly send a text to this really sexy boy. Oh my gosh, he's got blue eyes, dark skin. Like, okay, so his name's Eduardo, and he's got blue eyes. So obviously, dark skin, dark hair, and blue eyes. Very sexy. Very sexy. But again, new relationship. We've only been on 1 date, so. And since I'm a good girl, I hate putting it that way. Okay, since I'm a prude, oh gosh, I'm such a prude when it comes to sex, and I really think that there needs to be commitment with it. Obviously, things have not gone anywhere. Yeah, I've been super prudish. I didn't think I was going to be. I really thought I was going to go out and just enjoy being single. But stuff I can't say about my ex and his experiences. So anyway, yeah, I've been super prudish. I've been kind of keeping a chastity belt on. Kind of feel like I should be a nun. Kind of feel like I am a nun, even though I'm not Catholic. Yeah. I grew up Mormon and have very strong beliefs about sex and strong feelings about sex and things like that. So those, in this modern day and age, are kind of outdated, and it's been hard to date with my belief systems. And keeping my standards and things like that, because people expect to just have 3 dates and go to bed or whatever, and that's not me. Yeah. There's all these expectations. Like in LA, sex is like shaking hands for a lot of people out here, and that's not me. And when I date guys and stuff like, okay, so I had a really bad experience with one of my friends somebody who I met when I was like 13 or so. He came out, and I told him before he came out that I was too broken and too damaged, and this was back, I think, a year ago. I think it was in December or January almost. Oh gosh, time flies by. So I guess it was only like 6 months ago, maybe. Just thinking how fast everything's happening. Feels like it's been more time, but it really hasn't. Time flies. Which is kind of thinking of it the opposite way, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so I can actually check the date. Hold on. Let me get my phone, go into my messages, search. Okay. Wow, so yeah, it was actually back in October or so. Let's see. No, it was September. And I told them before they came out, even though they were driving for an hour, I'm like, okay, I just realized it's an hour drive. Before he came out, I don't want anything, blah. In the first 5 minutes, the guy was trying to put his hands down my pants and have sex with me. First 5 minutes. And we hadn't seen each other in like several years, like a decade or more. And it really hurt. It's like, you don't respect the fact that my husband just left me and I need space and I only need friends right now to do that? No. So, a lot of guys, because I was just in this space for friendship and they couldn't be my friend, they don't get to be my lover later on. And they will never be back in my life. If you guys did that, they screwed themselves over like that. This person I was just kind of surprised by because they liked me from the time we were kids. And they just couldn't wait a few more months for me to be healthy and healed. The same month my husband chose the other woman, he's trying to get down my pants. And yeah, and he's still like, why aren't you talking to me? Why aren't you hanging out with me? He's like, because you tried to take advantage of me when I was hurting? No, like I made out with him even though I told him I didn't want to kiss him before he came out or anything. I made out with him. And it was just kind of gross. Just kind of, no, not my thing. So yeah, it's a very hard month for me in September of 2013. I had a lot go on. And when somebody's going through stuff, you really need to respect that and give them their space and not take advantage of them, even though sometimes they might beg you to, like I did with one of my friends, because I knew it was safe to beg them to, and they didn't, which I'm very proud of them for. Thank you so much to that friend. They've always been one of my best friends. I'm like, somebody needs to touch me and love me. Yeah, no, Ash, no. They're like, no, you don't need to be touched. You don't need to be loved. You're fine. You can do this. Won't you just make out with me? No, I'm not going to make out with you. And they still put up with me because I was just, they knew I was going through a crazy time, and they know me when I'm strong, and they know that was what was best. But when anybody just tried to take advantage of me, I just kind of walked away from them. And I'm proud of myself for that. I did really good things. This whole year. It's almost been a year. September, May, June, July. June, July were the hardest, I think, because that's when my husband was yo-yoing between the girl and I. Finally, he decided on the other woman, or the other person. Yeah. Interesting. One of the things he asked me was, could I be that nice to him if he stayed? And I told him I didn't know. And the truth was I didn't know if he'd treat me as good as he was treating me. Because there's a lot of things wrong in our marriage, and the way I treated my husband was predicated upon his behavior towards me. That's one of the things I love about the thing in William Small, is it says there and talks about how the only woman a man needs to divorce is his mother. And that is so true. Now, if a guy has the same preferentials like that his mother has, like blonde hair, blue eyes, for instance, like one guy does, I kind of begin to see problems and read into that now. Whereas before, it's like it means you had a good relationship with your mom, whatever. But now I'm seeing that it's more of I'm seeing it more Freudian, let's put it that way. More of a, what's the complex called? I want to say Oedipus, but that's not it. And it's not narcissist, it's one of those Greek names. The guy who was in love with his mother. I know it, I just can't think of it right now. Oedipus complex. Now I'm seeing Oedipus complex possibly where they don't exist, but still not interested. You guys that are like, yeah, I like girls who are this way and that way. Oh, well, is your mother that way? Yeah, okay, no, not interested. I'm getting more and more picky every single day. It's funny because I thought I would get less and less picky. I thought, blah, I'm getting more and more picky. I was very unable to predict my behavior. It's interesting. I like who I am. I like that my husband could never predict me. I like that, after 6 years of marriage, he said he still didn't know. He was still learning something new about me every day. Those are things that I like about myself. And I have those things under my belt. And despite being told I'm not fun, I think I am fun. Because recently, several of my friends all agreed that I am like the funnest one of us to hang out with. My friend was telling me about how, like, in high school, we would be on the side of the road, and I just had this game where we would just sit there and wave to people. Everybody who passed by would sit there and wave. And this one lady stopped and gave us candy for it, and she felt bad because she was like, we were doing it to mess with people. I'm like, yeah, but we weren't hurting anyone. We were just having good, clean fun. And another one of my friends, like, will hang out, and whenever I get tired, I make her laugh so hard she pees. Every single time. It's great. I love that girl. I miss her. Anyway, she's up in Washington or Oregon. I can't remember. But yeah, so all these people who've known me for, 10, 12, 16, 15 years, they're all telling me that I'm super fun and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, really? I didn't know that. Because I don't go drinking. I don't go partying. I'm just this, I don't do drugs. I'm not like, let's go smoke a bowl, whatever. I'm just this very, like, I just find ways to have fun with, simple things. To me, fun is, doing the dishes with somebody and having a water fight, I mean, I just love simple things. I love really simple things. And to me, everything's fun. And when you can have fun with everything, then you don't really need a lot of entertainment. And that some people need that other stuff and need that drama and lights and cameras and action, whatever stuff. But for me, I just need the simple sunrise, the air to breathe. I'm just a simple girl living in a big city with guys who are interesting. I've had some interesting dating experiences. There's a few guys I like, and I don't know, they're all new though. I don't really know any of the guys right now well, because I kind of cleared out all the guys that I had, or all the guys that I'd gotten serious with, I kind of parted ways with or whatever. One just walked away from me because he would like try to move in with me, and I told him no, and because I'm like, I'm not ready for that type of commitment, because we weren't even having sex and he tried to move in with me. I'm like, no, yeah. And then I haven't seen him since. It's like all this stuff goes on in my life and he doesn't talk to me. Yeah, we're kind of done. You don't try to find out how I'm doing when you know I have all this stuff going on? Yeah. Not so interested. But right now there's oh, sorry. My phone is there. Actually, I really need to go. Come to think of it, because I have to be somewhere in an hour, and LA traffic, whatever. But okay, so it's actually my building, but I also have something to do before I go there. I hate lying. I have some stuff to work on, so I really need to go. But I hope you're doing well, and let me know how you're doing. How are you? How are you really? And let me know if there's anything that you're struggling with that you'd like me to make a video on. You can either send that here or send it to my Facebook, Ashley Needles. I'm the Ashley Needles of Ashley Needles. And who are you? What do you let define you in your life? Do you define yourself, or do you let life define you? Every man is self-made, but only the successful own it. So I want to know, do you own that you are self-made? You can make yourself into anything. Stop making excuses. Excuses lead to failure, and once you get rid of those, you'll find your way to success. Any reason for you not being where you're at is an excuse, or not being where you want to be is an excuse. So yeah, figure out if you know where you want to be, don't let anything stop you. That's all I want to say. I love you. You are amazing. You are brilliant. You are fantastic. And you can do anything. Believe that. Believe you're beautiful, handsome, strong, gorgeous, incredible, self-sufficient, independent. Believe that you are powerful beyond your wildest imaginations. I think too often in life we're not given credit. Too often we don't give ourselves credit. And I want you to have credit now, and I want you to know you are loved. Whether I love you, because I try to love everybody, but I'm not perfect, there is a higher and divine source out there that has given you life and made you the way you are for a purpose and for a reason, and given into your heart the desires and motivations to make you, like, if there is something that you are willing to sacrifice for happily, that is your purpose, to do that. To do that thing which you are happily sacrificing for. It's not just passion. You can't just have passion for it, because passion means literally to suffer if you were to actually go for it. So today's passion means something else, and you have, so if it is something you're willing to sacrifice for, suffer for, go for it, do it. Don't let anything stand in your way. You are meant for it. You are here for a purpose. You are here for something divine. We are not given dreams only when we close our eyes. We are given dreams to go out and do something about them. It's brilliant to have castles in the sky. Put foundations under them. Make your life exactly the way you want it to be. I know you can. I know you are powerful. Anyway, I really do need to go because I need to focus on my own power and what I'm working on, which is my writing, because I have some stuff to get done. And I love you, and we'll talk later.